Hello people, how you doing? Just me again. CGI by Google. What's really going on? Let me give you some examples of reality that's presented to you by Google. So, I got a little bit of a toothache the other day. And I'm talking to my wife. Both of our computers are completely asleep. We just woke up. The computers are asleep. And I'm telling her, man, I'm getting a little bit of a toothache. I think I need to go see a dentist. And about 20 minutes later, I wake up my computer. And what's in the feed? Dentists available for tooth problems. And that's what dentists do, of course. And then a couple days before that, I wear sunglasses when I'm driving west in the afternoon and evening. And I broke my sunglasses. And I'm talking about my broken sunglasses. At this same point, my sunglasses are broke. My computer is sleeping. My wife's computer is sleeping. And I'm talking about my sunglasses that I need a new pair. And all of a sudden, in my Google feed, is why sunglasses are so expensive. Make you wonder? Don't ever happen to you? Tell me it don't. I'll tell you you're full of shit. Because I've talked to about fucking 10 other people that are experiencing the same thing. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to go measure the non-curvature. We're going to, maybe there is curvature, I don't know, for goddamn sure. But the reality I'm living and the numbers they give us that we can calculate for ourselves and all the bullshit, it's a flat plane. You look out on the ocean, you see nothing but flatness. Tell me why. Please tell me why. That's all you see is level or flat. You call it whatever you want. But it's relatively level to me. Every observative reality points to levelness. Everything I build, like I said, I've built a city block on one end of the city, and I've moved down to the other end of the city. I'm talking about skyscrapers. I built a skyscraper on the north end of the city, and I've built a skyscraper on the south end of the city. And never once have I ever observed the sun hit the ceiling in the early mornings before it hits the floor. Which, if Earth was a spinning ball bringing the sun into existence from below, it would have to be on the ceiling. The sun is always over your head. It's never below your feet. I have talked about this in previous videos, but I'm just a crazy old man with fucking nothing to say. So, If I got nothing to say, there's nothing I got to say that you got to hear. So if you want to badmouth me, just go away. That's not what I'm experiencing. All I experience is jugal, trolls and shills hitting my channel, telling me what a fucking idiot that I am. But the people I work with every day, and I make a pretty good income on my job, they tell me that I'm pretty fucking intelligent. I've showed you my work. I'll have my P900 in the fogging plant tomorrow because I'm going home for the weekend and I think it's a good time. I might be having it set up long enough to show the sun approach. I don't really know if it's that time yet to where you can see the radius of the sunlight in the clouds. Perhaps it will be presenting itself as it was in the clouds tonight on the video I'm uploading now. Perhaps it won't be. But life is short. You ain't got time to fucking wait. You gotta keep moving forward. And that's all there is to it. And that's why I do what I do. My numbers that I give, I got people telling me I'm cherry picking numbers. No, you take the average of what they tell you. And that's got to be pretty close to what the reality they're trying to present to you is. And when you average all the numbers out, first of all, they tell you that the earth is tilted at 23.4 degrees. You take 23.4 degrees off 90-degree vertical. See that? I can hold my arm vertical. You take your fucking measurements off my arm. I'm pretty fucking accurate of what I'm saying. I can fucking see vertical. I build. I'm an artist. That is flat. That is level. Put your fucking rule on it. Get rid of that little bit of hump you see. And that is level. I'm damn accurate by the eyesight of what I see and what I observe. They want you to believe Earth is a spinning ball at over 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. That's over 1,500 feet per second, boys and girls, at the equator. Divide that in half by the 45th parallel, because that's halfway up, and you're looking at 750 feet per second that the earth is spinning east away from west, because that's what's creating all this nonsense that they're telling us. They want you to believe that the East Coast is spinning to the west, or excuse me, to the east, away from us. But it takes the same amount of time for an airplane. Where did you ever hear the term airplane? It's one of their word games, folks, and you don't get it. I'm not just some fucking idiot that woke up today and said I'm gonna just start talking gibberish and shit on YouTube. Why is YouTube silencing me? if that's the case. If I got nothing to say except for gibberish, why is Google and YouTube silencing me? If the earth was actually spinning away the east coast to the west coast, the east coast moving away by their counterclockwise rotation of the earth in its supposed spin, why does it take the same amount of time for an airplane to fly from Los Angeles to New York as it does that same jet to refuel in New York and fly back to LA minus a little bit of the jet stream current? New York is traveling away from LA because that's the spin. New York is leaving LA on the 45th at over 750 feet per second, supposedly. That would mean that aeroplane, to have dang near the same amount of flight time to fly between them two cities, that it would have to be able to adjust the speed of 750 feet per second going east to literally be just stalling in the air when it goes to the west. And that's not me. That's what they're telling you. This shit don't work out. And that's what I'm telling you. It don't work out at all. Every one of these gray whiskers that you're observing right here, them's years of experience in life. Comprehension of life. I got all 10 of my fingers, if you want to count your thumbs as them too, and I got the same with my toes. You can tell the Joes by their fingers and their toes in my trade, and I got them all. I pay close attention to everything. Detail is my efficiency. I am the most detailed person out there. I don't miss a trick. I calculate and recalculate. I build as per. They give me an idea and I put it together. I don't work off blueprints. I make shit happen. As close to what they want as can possibly be. This Vaughan plant that I'm building, that we are building, the union iron workers are building, it has grown exponentially. And I'm going to bring my P900 into work tomorrow, and I'm going to show you the evolvement of what it was 3 or 4 weeks ago when I brought my phone in and videoed it. It's happening fast. We are skilled at what we do. We're professional at what we do. And we don't mess around. We don't play games. I can't help it that none of you spinning ball earth, ballless, ball sucking, ball baby buffoon bitch boys won't take me up on a simple $5,000 bet. I'm not even interested in accepting a challenge anymore, because you've already proved it with your mouth. That's all I get is ghosted from your channel. I've been on the channels of all of them, and they have ghosted me. My comments appear on my computer, but when I go to another computer, my comments don't exist. Go figure that out. My sunglasses got broke. My computer's asleep and I'm waking up for the morning getting ready to start my day. I haven't even turned my computer on. My wife gets up and I say to her, Roxanne, I think I need to get a new pair of sunglasses. And what starts showing up in my feed? A bunch of commercials about sunglasses. Prior to that, I wake up in the morning and I got a slight toothache. My computer's asleep, the wife's computer's asleep, and I say, hey honey, I'm having a little bit of a toothache. Maybe I need to go see a dentist and have my tooth pulled. And what starts showing up in my feed? Dentists. Local dentists. Tell me about it, Google. How sophisticated are you? Remember, Google, when I was at the Dalles, Oregon, building your Google plant down there, and I showed up a day early because orientation wasn't until Tuesday. They told me to show up on Monday, and so Monday I decided to get on Google Earth and locate my travel plan to get to this place. And when I get there to where this place is a bare skeleton of a building, where there's 4 or 5 buildings actually supposed to be, and I got on Google Earth and it demonstrated that all of them buildings were already in existence. That's the power of Google, people. And that's in my videos. I fucking talked about that in my previous videos. You just have to go back and research me. I'm the real deal. I don't sugarcoat. I don't fucking contemplate. I just present reality as reality presents itself. I got nothing to hide. You know where I work, you know what I make, you know where I live, you know where I stay. No secrets, just reality. Reality speaks for itself, needs no defense, needs no rhetoric to control the thoughts of people who are observing reality. It speaks for itself. So all you have to do is observe reality and let reality speak. Exactly like I do. Look, number 4, Elysian, the immortal. You don't understand, you are immortal. I've already grown beyond that point. That's why this is all I drink anymore. It sounds crazy, but you're a life energy force. You don't die when you no longer reside within the vessel that's been given to you. to live out your mortal experience within this mortal realm. It's their objective. When I say there, do a little research and find out who there are. It's the elites ruling this realm that's got you locked in this spinning ball. They give you the mobile from the day you are born in your crib. And then they give you the globe on your preschool tender's desk. And then they give you the globe on your first grade teacher's desk, kindergarten teacher's desk, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, before you have any critical thought developed at all. At that point in your life, people, you are only looking for the answers of life. You're looking to authoritative figure to give you the reality of where and who you are. And you're getting it from people that are wholeheartedly accepting it as fact because they never investigated it at all for themselves. They just read the books that were presented to them. And that's what they tell you too, is to read the books. They don't tell you to go out and form a fucking thesis and a fucking figure it out for yourself, compare your notes with other people, and fucking let's come to the reality of where we're at. They tell you right off the bat, you live on a spinning ball and that is that. Then you wholeheartedly accept it because these people who are teaching you this, who are educating you, indoctrinating you, are so stumped up in it that they believe it themselves, that that's what they were taught from the beginning of their infancy, with the mobile and the globe and the globe and the globe. They never investigated it. They only read their books. And you don't get it. I don't get it. I am the most subdued person on YouTube. There is no one that gets less views than me. And I just continue to fucking carry on. You can't fucking beat a dead dog. And they've already killed me. So why they continue to beat me? I don't know. Look. Excuse me. I'm a union iron worker. I have created everything out there that produces power. From the coal-fired plants, the wind farms, the solar farms, the dams, the nuclear fire plants. I've worked on them all. Every one of them. Many of them are as per built. That's what I do now, and that's what I'm loving about my job right now. But they're as per built, man. This VIP plant out here in Washington State has been going on since 2001. It will never produce one piece of glass that holds the fucking nuclear fucking waste, like they say. They're in debt. You people have paid billions of dollars. Not saying you ain't keeping the economy flowing and all that bullshit, but you paid billions of dollars for nothing. This fucking plant will never fucking be in production. I see what goes on there. I was a foreman. I was a GF on that fucking job. I walked off it. I couldn't stand it after so long. Took me about 6 months of being a GF. I spent 3 years out there. If you add all my time together, I'll never go back there again. You know why? Because I stood up for the man there, and they fucking... is what happened is, they told us to come in at 11:30 because we had a foul weather day. And they didn't want to start paying us till noon. But they told us to come in at 11:30. And I stood right up and I said, "No, you motherfucking told us to come in at 11:30. You pay us from 11:30. We're talking about a small city out there, 5,000 employees. They didn't like that I stood up and I said no. So what they do? They give me a piss test. That's alright. I packed my piss. I give them their piss test and they dumped it out and said it's not enough, and it's more than enough ever for any piss test. They dumped it out and made me fucking piss again. Well, now I just dumped my sample out. My clean sample. I smoke pot, big deal. It's legal in the state of Washington. Who are the feds? They're the runners of this realm, people. You're talking about the Clintons and the Bushes and the fucking Obamas. Yeah, they're all bloodline. We had a fucking third grader that traced down the bloodlines of the presidents, and they are all, every fucking president that's ever been in office is related by blood. A third grader figured that out on a fucking project of social studies. You can look into that yourself. It was all over. It was spilt out long ago. That wasn't me that figured it out. But it all made sense to me when I started fucking digging into it. You got fucking Walmart. I'm going to start right there, because I've done a lot of research on Walmart. I know that Walmart is the 90% of all Americans in this realm live within 10 minutes of a Walmart. 90%. I know Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, was the prisoner of war camp runner. He supervised the prisoner of war camps when we had prisoners of war in World War II, when we housed Japanese prisoners. Sam Walton was the head of that fucking deal. George W. or whatever the first Bush's name was, he was an officer who served with Sam Walton. Sam Walton had his nickel and dime store back in the 50s, and it didn't go nowhere except for in that local town in fucking Alabama. And then all of a sudden, Bushes get into office, and the nickel and dime store starts to grow. And then you got the Clintons that fell in right behind there. Hillary Clinton was the first female executive officer of Walmart. That's a fact. And Walmart continued to grow under Clinton as a president. They didn't do shit except in their own hometown. And I can't remember the name of it, and I'm not trying to right now. I'm explaining to you what Walmart, how Walmart grew up and fucking became the world empire and how big it is today. If Walmart was a world fucking country right now, it'd be the third largest economy in the fucking world. Look it up. Sam Walton was the head of the internment camps of the Japanese prisoners of war. Walmart's a big box store that can be shut down anytime. Walmart's put every mother and father, mom, pa business out. Don't matter if it's a hardware store, a grocery store, the corner shop. Walmart's put them out. Now all this government has to do is wait for a little bit of a rebellious attitude towards each and every one of us, and they'll shut Walmart down, and then what the fuck are you gonna do? You're not gonna be able to buy and sell and trade with anybody because everyone's already gone. And you don't get it, and I'm just some crazy old fucker that's fucking talking nonsense. Let me tell you a little bit about a fucking story that fucking is about reality. Back when me and my wife were dating and we were young, we were at the mall, the ZCMI Mall in Provo, Utah, Orem, Utah. And we were done doing our shopping for the day. And I had fucking wrecked my car. It got totaled and didn't get a dent in it. That's another story. But so we're gonna hop a bus because I totaled my car and didn't dent it. It's fucking perfect. We're gonna hop a bus, and we approach this park bench where the bus stop was, and there's an old man sitting in the middle of the fucking bench. And so me and my wife, we stood off to the side there for a minute, expecting that he should acknowledge that we're sitting there waiting for the fucking bus, and he just sits there. And so I approached him and I said, "Excuse me, sir, may me and the missus here sit down and wait for the bus too?" He didn't say nothing. He just slid over. And me and the missus, we sat there and we exchanged our words, and we were talking. We were madly in love, and we were talking about our future and all the good shit that we're gonna do. And out of the blue, this man just comes out of the blue and says, "If you think things are crazy now, wait till money no longer exchanges hands." I looked at this dude. I had like $500-600 in my pocket. I'm working a 610 job, making bank. We're talking about in the 80s, folks. Early 80s. I got fucking $600 in my pocket. I got a $1,000 bank account. That's a lot of money back then. And I don't say nothing to this guy, but I'm just thinking, man, you're one crazy motherfucker. Money's never gonna no longer exchange hands. But he said, if you think things are crazy now, wait till money no longer exchanges hands. And I blew it off. I thought, what a fucking idiot. Money's never gonna quit exchanging hands. Boy, was I wrong. Because at this point in time, money don't exchange hands. When I make a transaction with anything, I just pull out my wallet and I insert my card. Money no longer exchanges hands. I've become that crazy old man because I've researched a lot of shit. You can pick me on anything, and I'll fucking lead you to the straight facts of it. And I'm not crazy. I'm not fucking some old coot. I'm highly intelligent, and I got my shit together. I raised my family. They're doing great, thank you. But there ain't shit. You fucking don't understand. This is the beast. It'll be in your hand, it'll be in your head. You can't go to a grocery store and make a transaction without somebody in front of you being on that son of a bitch. You can't go to a restaurant where a family of 3 or 4 is sitting down in front of you and they're not on that thing. It's in their hand and it's in their head. But I'm crazy. I observe reality every day. I present reality as reality presents itself. The story I'm telling you is not fictitious, it's an honest-to-God encounter. And I thought the old man was crazy and a lunatic. Much like I thought the flat earth was a fucking totally fucking obscure, ridiculous, ludicrous thought. Until I tried to prove the spinning ball. Once I tried to prove the spinning ball and I gathered the information and the data, the distances, the circumferences, the moon just so happens to be 400 times the less size of the sun, while the sun is 400 times greater and 400 times further away in gravity. Whoa, let's talk about gravity. Let's talk about where gravity came from. Sir Isaac Newton discovered gravity. Are you fucking shitting me? Remember, folks, back in antiquity, when Sir Isaac Newton discovered gravity, people in that day and age were recognized for their feats and accomplishments in life. Say, my name is Brian Miner. That's who I am. I'm Brian Miner. I'm not Brian Welder, although I'm not Brian Constructor, although that's what I do today. I'm Brian Miner. And that's because back in antiquity, that's what I would have been doing, was mining. And so I would be recognized by my name as Brian Miner. Bill the cobbler, the shoemaker over there that built designer shoes, his name would be Bill Cobbler. George Street built the streets. So he would be recognized as Bill, George, whatever I named him, Street. See? Are you getting a feel? Sir Isaac Newton, not only being a knight and being called Newton for his accomplishments, did not discover gravity. You fools. He renamed weight. The Newton, gravity. I figured it out. I've done a lot of research. You can't come at me with stupid fucking comments. I'll shut you down. I'll shut you off. Sir Isaac Newton did not discover gravity. If gravity was here, it was always here. How could he discover it? There is nothing but knowledge within this realm. Everything to be known has already been known. Whether it's lost knowledge, forgotten knowledge, hidden knowledge, withheld knowledge. Everything to be known has already been known. They give Sir Isaac Newton his name to put it in your face. The Newton. Gravity. And you're too fucking indoctrinated and stupid to think about it. You just wholeheartedly accept what they tell you. It's just like the airplane. Oh my God. The airplane. It flies around the planet. Why isn't it called an airplanet? You're transporting around the planet. They would call it an airplanet. No, they can't obscure everything, folks. They have to have as much truth in their lie as lie in their truth. There is no difference between something very sharp and something very dull. It's just a different point on the same plane. I didn't make up the rules. I'm just figuring them out and trying to explain it to you. If you think you live on a spinning ball, which you don't, do you think you're ever going to know where you are? I got a better question for you. If you don't know where you are, do you think you're ever going to know why you're there? Or what you're supposed to do while you're there to move on to the higher plane of existence? And don't tell me you haven't heard of the higher plane of existence, because I've heard it since I was an infant. It's one of them words that can't be quenched. You know it yourself. There is a higher plane of existence. And if the higher plane is a plane of existence, why would the lower one be a spinning ball? Let me tell you a little bit about that. Because as long as you think you're on a spinning ball, you have no clue of where you are. You're never going to move on. You're going to continue to come back into this realm of reality and continue to feed these elites the power that you have. They're siphoning your power. Every fucking dollar you make, whether you're an employee at McDonald's or Walmart, they're siphoning tax dollars off you. And every one of them dollars that they're taking from you is your life energy force. Everything is an energy force. Electromagnetic energy. That's why the sun and the moon keep circling overhead. They're not spinning at fucking ungodly speeds. You know, what they tell you, the sun, let me just back this up just a little bit. First, they tell you that the earth is tilted at 23.4 degrees. You take 23.4 degrees off 90-degree vertical, you end up with 66.6 degrees. And these are not my numbers, they're the numbers that they give you. And also at the same time, they break it up a little bit and tell you that the Earth is spinning counterclockwise at 1,040 miles an hour at the equator. Yet in the January sky, when you're looking that way, the Big Dipper's up there. And in the June sky, when you're looking up that way at night, I didn't say at night, but in January at night, when you're looking at the Big Dipper, it's up over there. And in June, when you're looking at the Big Dipper over there on the opposite side of the sun, it's actually over there where it was to begin with in January. But you're looking at the daylight side. Go figure. I'm not making this shit up. That's what they're telling you. They're telling you in January the sun is 91 million miles away from Earth. In June it's 95 million miles away from Earth. January, when the Earth and the moon the Earth and the sun are separated by 91 million miles of distance, you're freezing your ass off. But in June, when it's 95 million miles distance between the two, you're sweating your ass off. Don't piss on my back and tell me it's raining. I do not build a bonfire and stand back to get warm. But that's what they're wanting you to believe. They gave you the mobile in your crib. They gave you the globe in pre-kindergarten, kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth grade when you were influential. Looking for reality, trying to find truth. They indoctrinated you early. They made you go there. You didn't want to go to that school. You had better fucking plans. But they made you. The government made you go to school. So wholeheartedly accept government for what it is. You see where I'm coming from, folks? I am anti-government all the way. You don't even know what the word government means, but I've explained it to you many, many times. Govern is to control. Ment is mind. Then you don't get it. Continue to fund the government, the mind control operation that it is. You don't understand that you have built, even if it wasn't by you, you funded it through your tax dollars. Thank you, government, for that, because that's one blessing, that the only blessing that you did was that you brought it all together to be created. You funded the development of every electrical institution out there by your tax dollars, so they could pay other mortals within this realm to plan this out and make it all happen. But that power is yours. You paid for it. It should be pumped into every civilian in this mortal realm's house for free. The corporations aren't paying for it. No, you are. If you don't pay the bill, they're going to turn you off. The corporation don't pay no fucking bill. I don't know what to tell you. The same holds true. You created every petrol fueling station out there. Yet they rape you up the ass and make you pay for the fuel after you already created it. How stupid can you be? When you gonna stand up for yourself and your reality? This government's not in for your best interest. It's in for the interest of itself, and it's controlled by one family that's up there above all oligarchs and shit. And all you gotta do one day is just say, hey, pull my head out of my ass, think this through. No, I'm through with you, motherfucker. Why do you think they don't fucking give you a tax check that you gotta write them every week? They take it out of your employment. Because if they were to come to your house every week and demand a check, you would goddamn surely want to know where it's going. We're going to fund NASA? These motherfuckers give us nothing but CGI and lies. They give us the dog character Pluto on the planet Pluto, for Christ's sake. They give us pictures of the Earth when the Earth is this big around in the fucking 1972 picture, and the fucking United States is that big. And then in 2012, the Earth is still this relative size, but the United States covers half of it. Are you fucking shitting me? One fucking year the fucking oceans are green, the next year they're blue? And you're buying this bullshit? And you call me stupid and insane, and I need a fucking psychotic doctor and need to get off the drugs I'm on? This is probably number 4 for me, and that's why I'm jabbering so much. But it ain't the alcohol. This is 4 from fucking 5 o'clock, and it's 10 o'clock in the evening, 10:30. And this is 4 from number fucking 5 o'clock. I'm not a drunk. I'm not an idiot, and I'm not a fool. You can't piss on my back and tell me it's raining. And that's a goddamn fucking sure truth. So, you continue to fund the government that gives you nothing but bullshit, lies, and CGIs to keep itself afloat. This government institutes wars and tells you, oh, Bush got shot down. You don't fucking know that. That's what they're telling you. Kerry was a prisoner of war. You don't know that. That's what they're telling you. You got zero, absolutely zero evidences of proof to show any of that shit ever fucking happened. You just wholeheartedly accept it to be fact. I don't. I want hardcore fucking factual fucking proof for everything. That's what Flat Earth has done to me. And it wasn't me that decided to be a Flat Earther. It was Jugal and YouTube that fucking insisted I become one by putting a Flat Earth in my feed, and me intentionally trying to prove that the globe existed. There's no proof of a globe. There's 3 absolute musts, and I am the originator of the measurements. There ain't no one ever out there that claimed the fucking, you better fucking measure this shit by mechanical means before it was me. So you can't fuck with me. Conspiracy Cougar tried it. He leaves me the fuck alone now. Sly Man Dan tried it. He leaves me the fuck alone now. Fucking Fight the Flat Earth tried it. He leaves me the fuck alone. Wolfie's got me ghosted. Soundly's got me ghosted. Red's Rhetoric, I'm ghosted. Probably ghosted on all the other 3 that I've 4 or 5. I get tired of looking. I get tired of searching for reality with these fucking clowns. They got nothing to say except rhetoric and bullshit. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna prove by looking through a camera. No fucking Sly Sparkane. Let's go measure this shit. Let's get it done once and for all. Fuck. I got $5 up. Fucking, I'll bet you any goddamn day of the week that we're gonna go out there on the fucking high tide level mark and fucking stake it out. We'll get fucking 30, 40 people fucking 100 yards apart so that we're not getting no distortion from the air through our builder's level, and we'll go measure the fucking high tide mark. No, they ghost me. They silence me. Because I speak reality. I don't want to know what... I don't need to hear what you're saying I'm seeing. I really don't. I want the goddamn measurements. I am a builder and I'm an artist and I erect shit vertical. I've been on one end of a city and built a skyscraper vertical, and I've been in the middle and I built it vertical, and the fucking concrete is level, and the concrete on the first building is level, and you go clear down to the other end 30 miles away and you build level and vertical, plumb, straight up and down. And you look at the panoramic view of any fucking city, and that is exactly what you see. City block, city block, city block. Every fucking building is perfectly vertical with the next one. And you want to call me a fucking idiot? Go suck your dad's dick. He might like it. Until you have physical measurements by a mechanical means of this curvature, Earth is flat. You've all denied my bet, which is very simple. People are, oh, we need a judge and we need fucking rules and we need this. No, we need to go measure the shit. See what we end up with. I don't need a judge to fucking do a little bit of math. If you set your instrument up, if you got fucking 10 hub markers 50 fucking meters apart, and you set the first one at 4 foot as a comfortable observational viewpoint, and you take your engineer's rule at the second hub marker and you stake it out there and it reads 4 foot or 4 foot half inch or whatever the fuck. So you take the note of the 4 foot half inch and you fucking set your instrument there at 4 foot again. Perfectly level, your instrument's level all the way around, and you set it at 4 foot again, and the next hub marker says 4.5. That cancels out that 4 or 311 or whatever, or you're building something, man. You need to fucking figure reality for yourself. I presented the fucking truth. Nothing but the truth. I present reality as reality presents itself. I present observable reality, and I get nothing but mock from these motherfuckers. That's why I'm blocking people nowadays. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Show me. Bet me. Take their fucking mouth out of the fucking equation. Quit being a keyboard warrior and put your fucking money where your mouth is, bitches. I'm not afraid. I'm not going to lose no money. I already know what the reality is. You go out on the ocean, on the shore of the ocean, any ocean, I guarantee you look out there, you're going to see nothing but flatness. You're going to observe with your own eyes relative flatness. But you want to say that these boats in the, if you're standing 6 foot tall, you have a observation point of about 3 miles out, and that's when these boats disappear, and you want to say that them boats disappeared over the curve? You better fucking comprehend that when you're looking out there that 3 miles, you dumb motherfucker, you're also seeing a 20-mile panoramic view. And that's flat. So if the panoramic view is flat, but 3 miles out, the boat went over the fucking curve, Earth must be a cylinder. Plain and simple. Because if it's flat out there and rolling around, it's got to be a cylinder. It can't be a ball. But you ballist, ball-sucking, ball-baby, ball-foon, bitch boys want to fucking carry on and try to fucking commune with someone who just speaks reality? When you ghost me on your channel? Yeah, you ghost me. I look on my comment that I leave you from my computer and it's right there. But if I go to the computer next door and go to your channel and try to see my comment, it's nowhere to be seen. Why is that? Sure ain't me. I'm posting my comments. I have nothing to hide. I want the fucking reality of where I live exposed to everybody so everybody knows. Everybody knows where they are so they know what they're supposed to be doing while they're here to move on to the higher plane of existence. While you just want to keep them on the spinning ball, you ball-hugging motherfuckers. Come at me all you want. Take my bet. That's what I want you to do. I need $5 grand right now. I don't need it, but I'd like to have it. I make that in fucking couple weeks. But it's sure extra good money to spend. Because I don't plan on taking anything from this realm with me when I depart from it. When my life energy is done here and I move on to the higher plane of existence, I will not take a dime this government offers. And that's all they give you is fucking money. You created everything else. But you're too fucking stupid to comprehend it. And that's not my bad, that's your bad. I'm just the crazy old man sitting on the park bench explaining this to you. Yeah, the one I thought was crazy. Until I observed reality, thanks to Joogle and YouTube. Opened my eyes in a whole different world. A flat, motionless plane. Sure as shit. My God. Elysian. The immortal. Three and 5 hours makes me a drunk. Makes me an idiot. Makes me a drugger. Yeah, I took a couple pulls off my pipe. I'm going to take another one right now. Sure am. You know why? Because I can. Don't matter. If I was in Rhode Island where the fucking pot fucking laws forbid me, I'll still do it. It don't take Washington State to make up my mind. My mind is my own mind. You fucking retards. I don't ask permission for nothing, but that's what you do. You fucking go out there and you beg permission from the state because you fill out an application. You say, hey state, can I live? Stupid motherfuckers. You don't even know what an application is. It's begging for a service or begging for something. You're a beggar. A worthless fucking beggar. Take it for what it's worth. Research. Look at what an application is. You're asking for something. Don't matter if it's welfare or a job or a fucking house to rent or a house to buy. When you fill out an application, you're asking for something. Figure it out, dumb fuck. The sooner you do, the sooner I get off making these videos. And it can't just be you. You have to spread reality too. I can't do it alone. Although I do. Everywhere I go. There's nobody that don't hear about the flat earth reality in my presence. Anywhere. Google has nothing on me. I present reality in real life every day. And I'll tell you what, once that seed is planted, it grows. 5 years ago, when I tried to prove the spinning ball, there was less than 500,000 true flat earthers out there. Just 5 years ago. Today there's over 17 million reality realizers, as I prefer to call ourselves, rather than flat earthers, because we've realized reality. And you can't pull the wool over our eyes anymore. We critically think about everything we've ever been instructed to believe, and we critically think of anything that is wanting, that they are wanting us to believe. And you can't have it two ways. You either observe reality and critically think about reality, or you accept what you're told. There's a reason they had you fucking reading their books back in school, so that you would think what they wanted you to think. They didn't tell you to form a thesis and fucking compare your notes with other fucking students and fucking see what's going on. They told you to read the goddamn books that they wrote. And you're too fucking stupid to see it. No matter how many times I tell you. Not my bad. It's your bad. You're an ignorant fool. I've had videos here recently that are this length that have been uploaded, and 2 or 3 minutes after they're uploaded, I have 3 thumbs down when they're an hour long. Are you fucking kidding me, Google? Are you fucking kidding me? Just like I said, my wife broke my sunglasses, and I'm talking about it with my computer on sleep, and I wake my computer and it fucking shows me sunglasses. My dental fucking work. I'm an old man and I have a couple bad fucking teeth. I talk about it with my computer off. And when I turn my computer on, guess what's up there? Dentists in your local area. Go figure it out yourself, people. I'm gonna go to bed. It's already 11 o'clock and this other video hasn't even uploaded yet. I've been fucking uploading it. It told me that I had an hour, 30 minutes to begin with. And then I came back to it a little bit later to see if an hour and 30 minutes later, I started uploading it at like 7:30, right when the fucking video ended with you guys. I came in and I fucking uploaded it on my computer. It took fucking 2 minutes to upload onto my computer. I say, okay, Google, upload this. And it tells me I got an hour and a half wait time. And right now it's got, let me look, I can't reduce this too much. Oh, right now it's processing. When at 8 o'clock it told me I had an hour and a half, and it's 11. Twice as long as it said it was going to take. But the processing is at 0. How long will it be before it's processed? I don't know, and I don't care. Google's a bunch of horse shit. You can't trust or believe a fucking thing it says. It's changing your reality every fucking day. So don't come at me with anything about Google. I made a video last year, or 2 years ago. I was in the Dalles, Oregon, and the Google plant in the Dalles, Oregon, it had just barely been begun on the construction of it. I got a video in the past of it. We had just barely started the construction. And they called me down a day early. They told me to show up Monday morning. I showed up Monday morning, but the orientation wasn't until Tuesday, so I couldn't go to work. So I went to the motel room, and I backtracked my path, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm at, because I'd never been to the Dalles and the Google plant before. And I get it all figured out on Google Earth of where I am and what I'm doing. And that goddamn Google plant is already on the fucking Google Earth, and it is barely a skeleton on the fucking reality. My car that I took the parking spot, it was my parking spot. I showed up earlier than everybody every day. That's just the way I am. I show up a half hour early, and most people don't. But I have nothing to do when I'm out of town, so I showed up a half hour early in the parking lot and sat there and smoked cigarettes and a little pot and whatever the fuck else I wanted to do right there in the same spot every day. And you get the overhead view, and there's my car right there in fucking Google Earth. And at the same time, this building over here that we're gonna be building, that we're putting together, that ain't even fucking barely a skeleton, is shown to be a complete building. And I got a video back then showing that. So eat your heart out, bitch boys. Eat your fucking heart outs. Just don't try to piss down my back and tell me it's raining. I'll work above you any day. Anyway, I've carried on enough. You guys have a good evening. I gotta go to bed. I got work tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking take my P900 in tomorrow where I'm working, and I'm gonna give you a demonstration of what I do. Some more of it, because I've done it before. Be well, my friends. Fuck you, you ballless, ball-sucking, ball-licking, ball-baby, ball-foon, bitch, boy, cocksuckers.